Lifestyles of the Locked and Loaded.
With Armslist, you can shop the extensive list of local and nationwide firearms classified, now with more confidence because of their built-in firewall. For only $6.99 a month for personal use, or $30 a month for business vendors, so when you're in the market, please consider Armslist. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Armslist. Come on, booyaka. Okay, there you go. We're up, Babyface. Who knows where Babyface P is? I certainly don't. So, he said he was coming on. Lola was just asking me if he said he was coming on. I'm pretty sure I heard from him. He said he was coming on. Big shout out to everyone joining us in the year of our Lord 2025. Should we do jazz hands, Walt? I don't know.
I gotta put this FAL down here between
there you
the legs.
go. Yeah, I got my AUG. There you go. Jazz hands. Okay. You're joining us live on Player because the YouTubes won't let us do things like hold these beautiful guns. Well, at least mine is beautiful. Walter's is a good-looking gun, but he's got like a baby pooped all over it, apparently. Yeah, baby had too much.
A Rhodesian baby pooped all over.
Too many vegetables in his diet, and then he pooped all over it. This is. We'll see more of that here in a second. This is episode 1046 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. What does 2025 and beyond hold for us with Walter Keller of Safety Harbor Firearms? And then hopefully joining us later is Babyface P. He should be. We'll see.
I started my week off and it just I got an outboard motor on the side of the road.
An outboard motor, a big one?
For a boat.
Somebody a big boat, small boat. Okay.
Yeah, a six horsepower outboard motor sitting on the side of the road as I'm going to the shop this morning.
Okay.
I couldn't stop right away because I had 4 jerry cans full of diesel fuel because it's supposed to get cold, so I need some heat for the shop. So went back to the shop, dropped that off, and hurried back, picked me the motor up, brought it back to the shop, just pulled out the spark plug, spun it over, it's got spark.
Oh, wow.
Squirted some ether in the thing, and boom, it started up.
Wow. Okay, so you got a motor for a boat.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. But
you just need a boat now.
I have an inflatable boat, but...
Can that go on the inflatable?
It could. I also have a 25 horsepower outboard motor too that originally was on the inflatable.
You're ready for the apocalypse. You should make a submarine.
30 plus years ago, me and a friend were both starting to think that way too. But
right. Oh, you guys were going to make a submarine for real?
Well, that's when I used to work for General Dynamics that made submarines. So.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, you got to get back to it. I see Babyface has graced us. Patrick of the North.
I got tasked with cooking dinner, so I had to go.
Oh, okay. What's up?
Oh, nothing.
Nothing?
No, nothing.
Let me show you. Let me show our logo for today here before we get to. Oh, what the hell? Okay, let's see. I should be able to do this. Not wanting to cooperate.
The baby poop is strong with you, youngling.
Yeah. There we go. Boom. All right, there we go. There's our logo for today. For the folks who are listening on audio, it's the skull representing me. What's up?
Next time you're making that AI stuff, ask them if they can do Rhodesian baby poop. See what
And it will refuse to do it.
Probably, yeah. Probably because...
Yeah,
probably.
There's certain keywords you cannot put in there. Like it won't even let me put beautiful woman.
Well,
you know.
Yeah, you gotta try Grok instead and see what it does.
Grok probably would do a better job of that kind of stuff. But check it out. So I'm the skull right there, boom, wearing the red Who Moved My Freedom podcast hat right there. Then of course Babyface is the scruffy dog as usual, wearing a red hat. I couldn't get one on the eagle, but there's Walter. He's got a bandana, red, white, and blue. Yeah, and a gold something. AR-ish.
Dictator AR.
Yeah, there you go. Patrick needs to make one of these, I think. That should be... He needs to figure out how to gold plate shit.
Oh, you know, they make paint now that looks just like, when you spray it on,
it's chrome?
Just like chrome.
Yeah. Oh. And they have a gold one.
If they have silver, I would think they have gold. So.
Interesting. Okay, and what company is that's doing that?
I don't know, Ralph.
Okay.
I've seen different ones.
Oh, okay. This is just like some Home Depot stuff, or?
No, I don't think so. You might. Well, I think some of the majors make some shiny paint like that too.
Yeah. Okay. We got to look into that and see what we got going. Shout out to everyone who's out there in the chat right now. Let me see who's in there. As you guys are coming into the chat, smash the arrows ups. We appreciate that. I see Jade Grew out there. He says Happy New Year. So shout out to him and anyone else who's joining us. Like I said, make sure you hit those arrows ups. I got to hit the arrows ups myself. There you go. All right.
I got something today that I've been trying to get for a long time to finish a project.
What is that?
Well, I got one of these. I got a Model 97 Norinco Winchester.
Hold on. I may have to go full screen on you. Hold on. Let's go.
Okay.
Let me go here. Let's switch over here to Walter. Okay.
So, yes, pump action. This is a Norinco made one, but the 97 Winchester. Let's see here. Let's go.
Oh, nice.
So today, and they use these in World War I as trench guns with a ventilated shroud and bayonet lug. I've been trying to get a reproduction version of that for months now since I've had this gun. And over the holidays here, Mr. Patrick saw that they were back in stock at Newmrinch, and I immediately pulled the trigger on it and bought myself a.
Oh, that looks good.
Oh, it's going to be awesome
very
looking.
Cool. Here, I'll send you a picture of the one I just finished.
Oh, that's cool. That looks cool.
You ground.
It may come my way, I'm guessing.
Well, I mean, I can do it. You ground down the screws in the middle of the screws so it cleared the barrel. Is that what you do?
No, file the barrel. The originals, you put a notch in the barrel where the screws go, and then the screws go through. Yeah. Yep. So you got a file on the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, carefully. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And you also need. There's a little. You got
to take the front sight thing off.
The thing that holds the tube on, the little clamp that holds the tube on has to come off, and God, my brain is not working tonight. The part that holds the magazine tube on, that comes off, and then there's a little nipple piece. Yours might have it already. It fits down over that little nipple that's right there on the end of the magazine tube. So if you look at so that little clamshell thing comes off and stays off, and this slips down over. Look at the back of your handguard. Yeah, look at the heat shield.
Let's go full screen.
There should be a hole in the bottom of that heat shield where.
Yeah, there is. I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. That goes over that nipple, and then you screws on. You got to file the screws so they fit, or file the barrel so the screws fit,
and then you got to take off the existing bead.
Yes, bead comes out.
Was that screwed in or just pressed in, or how was that?
Screwed in. It's screwed in. Take a pair of pliers; it'll come right out.
Oh, okay.
It's like 842 or 840 or something like that.
Yeah, because the new one's got that on it already. So
yeah.
Cool.
So how was everyone's? I think the last time we were on air was before Christmas. So hopefully everyone had a good Christmas, and then New Year's. Hopefully everyone had a good New Year's as well.
It's stupid busy. Absolutely insanely busy.
Quiet, which is good for my ears.
I wish it were quiet. It was insanely busy because now we have a birthday right after Christmas we have to celebrate, and it's bonkers how busy it gets.
Oh, Chromie's?
Chromie's birthday is right after Christmas, yes.
Oh, okay. Did you guys have a party?
Yeah, and you were supposed to get an invite. Did it not show up at your door?
Okay. Did you tell me about this or Lola?
We sent you a card in the mail.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
We sent both of y'all a card in the mail. I don't know if you got it.
Oh,
I got one.
Yeah.
Okay, as long as you got it, then the mail postal service worked. That's all that really matters.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was wondering what was going on, but it was busy on my end. I'm getting ready for there's a early Tampa RV show happening this year next week. So next week is Tampa RV show, and then after that I'm going to SHOT Show. My phone?
Check your phone. I sent the group a picture of the 1897 that I fixed for a customer.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hold on.
So Hank can show it off.
So Chromie, how old is Chromie now? 2?
Officially 2.
Oh, the terrible 2s are upon us.
Becoming a pain in the ass if he doesn't sleep enough, if he's not in the right mood, everything. He just loses his mind.
Well,
let's see.
You got to think about that. You're a little shit like they are, and everybody wants everything. Everybody wants everything out of you. They want to hug you. They want to touch you. They want to squeeze you. You got to learn how to go shit on the potty. You got to do all that stuff.
Yes.
What is this? What is this thing?
That's what Walter is. That's a bayonet.
That's a long ass bayonet. Might as well be a sword.
That's what they had back then.
I got to see if that bayonet of mine that I ran into the steel will work on this gun.
That looks good though. On this particular shotgun, it looks good.
Mm-hmm. I got the handguard and the bayonet lug up front.
Yeah.
That one was a little bit more work because of the guy had parts for a solid frame shotgun, and his shotgun was a takedown. So it was a little extra work to get it running, but I got it. I'm a professional and I got it done.
That an original handguard?
No, it was same as what you got. Exact same thing.
Yeah, because those original handguards cost as much as I paid, or more than I paid for the shotgun.
Your whole shotgun. Yeah. And if you ever find it, they're $1,000 plus for a real non-reproduction. Yeah, they're stupid expensive. So, and the shotguns are going. Having an actual military shotgun now is going for like $4,500 and up. They have fetched crazy money over the last couple of years.
Yeah, everything is nutty right now. So, stuff that used to be a couple $100, now they're asking $800, $1,000, and it's not like things are rare. It's just I don't know if people just don't know any better nowadays or are paying the money for it. I don't.
Part of me thinks that there's a whole bunch of young collectors getting into the market who have more disposable cash than their parents.
The same exact thing I was thinking. Yeah. Young people with money.
They have no idea what they're doing either.
And and they just I've seen that in a movie. I gotta have that, and I'll pay the price.
Yeah. They don't know the scale. They don't know the scale because they haven't been rocking and rolling in the days when some of this stuff was super cheap.
Well, once again, there's no shortage of this stuff out there. Like Mosin's crazy money. There's no shortage of Mosins out in the world. There's no shortage of those things. There's probably a half a salt mine full of Mosins in the Ukraine system.
Are Mosins big in some video game like Fallout or something like that?
Any of the old World War II games, you see Mosins, and they've just steadily gone up in price.
But we've always talked about us clicking over into that situation, right? Like. This is
part of it. I think part of it is they're not being imported like they were, so demand is still there, and supply. There's a ton of them sitting in safes that aren't for. I have 3 of them in a safe down there that aren't for sale.
I did have 3, and I sucked 2 of the auction. So
good for you. Fetch what you can out of them.
One of them I paid $100 for. And the other ones. Okay. Yeah. And that was at a military vehicle gathering one day, and somebody I knew that he was like, "Hey, how much you want for it?" I'll take $100. I'm like, I got it.
So, buy low, sell high.
Well,
when my AUG goes to $10,000, definitely sell. No, I don't know if I'm going to sell it.
Good luck.
No.
Good luck.
If it was if my AUG was $10,000, or Walt, I think you have an actual AUG also. So does Patrick.
I have a. Mine's not a Steyr. Mine is an IMSAR. I have an IMSAR.
Yeah. Would you sell it for $10,000? Let's say one day in the near future, this is worth $10,000. Probably at that point, a loaf of bread will be worth about $2,000.
$10,000 in cash. Yeah, you can have my.
You can have my AUG right now. Yeah.
Because I'm gonna go out and buy something that'll probably go up in value more. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Patrick,
there you go.
You know what I found today on the way to the shop? On the side of the road?
What was it?
An outboard motor.
Oh, is that what you were talking about when I came in?
Yeah. And you know what? Went back to the top. It's 6
waiting to be claimed.
It's got spark. I sprayed some ether in it. Boom! It run.
Why is it there? Do we want to know why it's there? We probably don't.
Somebody got a better one.
Well, people have stuff and they just said, "Fuck, this is old. I don't want it no more." They set it by the road.
It was not sitting on the side of the highway. It was like in somebody's trash pile.
It was in the front of somebody's house, right next to by the curb.
Trash pile. It was in the trash pile.
When stuff's at the curb, it is free.
Yeah, that's absolutely free. There's
most of the time
trash.
But I mean, it's not a new one. It's probably from the 80s. But
they probably got a new one. Was it? You said it was running or not running?
Well, I made it run this in the shop in about...
Oh, okay. Yeah, they probably didn't want to take the time.
It looks like somebody's been inside and was messing with the fuel system. And it might not have been... It might need the carburetor cleaned in the end.
But always needs carburetor cleaning.
Who cares? Even if it didn't run it, I could always put it right back out for the scrappers.
I mean, I think it's if it runs reliably. Like a friend of mine took me out in his little tiny ass boat, and we're going down the Swanee with gators and everything floating in there, and that thing cut off, and we're just floating down the freaking river. And I was like, dude, I'm never coming on a boat with you ever again. Stroke. No, man, it was he told me, "Oh, do you want to go on my boat? Let's go out on the boat." And I'm like, oh, "Okay, I'm thinking this is like a big boat. It's a little tiny ass boat that two people could barely sit in it." That is my friend Bubba Roadkill. He didn't seem to have any compunction about that whatsoever because he's a good old boy.
The only problem with the whole boat thing is I have this inflatable, and if I blew it back up and it held air, I'd have to get a registration for it because you can't. This ain't the country here. They're looking for people to get the bust. So you have to have registration. You got to have vest. You got to have all that stuff in the boat. You know.
So hold on a second. Babyface is flexing an Apple Watch on us.
Oh Jesus! No, I'm not. Nothing new over here.
I was about to say this is sacrilege, babe. No, show us your wrist. Show us your wrist, Patrick.
It's nothing.
What is going on with you? Why do you not have an actual... Oh, look. Walter's got a Rolly up on there.
Look at this.
No, Patrick. The other wrist, Patrick. Put it up.
That's a battle move.
That's not a zit. That's probably... That probably got caught up in one of his machines.
I picked up...
what is this?
After Christmas.
Is this an Ultra? Like an Ultra watch?
No. It's a Series Apple? 9. I realized that the best time of year to buy this type of thing, right after Christmas, when everybody upgrades to the latest and greatest, and they dump all their old ones on the market, there's a huge flood of this type of electronic on the market, and I got it for like half of new. Yeah. So I decided I like my. You
might as well go buy a Mustang Mach-E now. I feel.
Oh God, no!
I feel you might as well get a Mustang Mach-E. You are not wearing a real watch. You're not wearing a real watch, by the way.
No, I'm wearing a phone on my wrist. That's what it is.
Yeah, and they're cool. I'm not saying they're not cool.
So I bought it. I wanted to take to North Carolina with us on vacation and try to see how it worked on hiking, which it's okay. It is really not a hiking device.
No,
I think you need an Ultra for that.
But it does your like.
It's a cell phone on my wrist, is what it is. I get my notifications. The nicest thing, I have all of my stuff, my internet stuff, locked down with 2-factor authentication with a code that you have to put in. So, like my acquisitions and dispositions book is 2FA'd. And it's a pain in my ass. I go out there with my coffee in the morning. I go to open my A&D book to see what's on the list. And I got to go back inside to get my cell phone so I can pull up the code so I can. And this has the thing, the same authenticator that I use on my phone. So now I just okay, that's the code. So there's some benefits to stuff like that.
But does it get body stats? Like, does it get your temperature or?
It does. It does
pulse,
all that. It'll tell you if you're
stuff?
getting a flu. Okay. It tells you this. I got this one before. So this one was made before Apple got sued. So it still has the pulse ox.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, because they can't do that anymore. Yeah.
No, not right now. I think it'll come back, but yeah. It was a fair price, and I liked the first one I had, and I broke it. One of my guns fell on it and broke it. So it's been years. I just figured, I'm gonna get another. Yeah. Why not?
It's only a matter of time before a certain little guy
breaks it.
Boom! Did I show you this?
No, look at that.
Check that out. This is the last time we went shooting, and he was not in the mood. Yeah, he was not in the. At this point right here, he was like, I'm thirsty. I don't know if he was hungry,
We got 20
thirsty,
seconds,
sleepy, or what.
You should show off the picture of him from vacation because he absolutely posed for that. It was ridiculous.
That was cute.
Yeah, he doesn't always want to take pictures nowadays. I noticed.
That's like his little snowsuit or something.
Yeah. We took him in the snow. 5 seconds.
Yeah, we'll do that when we come right back after this. I'll show that. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Franklin Armory. Franklin Armory provides 100% US-made firearms and awesome binary option triggers. Their focus and purpose is to provide freedom tools to all Americans, especially those in not-so-free states. So when you're in the market, please consider Franklin Armory. All right, cool. We are... I just went to drink something super carbonated. So, we're back. And let me see. Let me do a shout out real quick. Shout out to Edwin Andrews. He says, Happy New Year's. Good people. So, shout out to Edwin Andrews. I don't know if he's going to SHOT Show this year or not, but I'm going this year. So, be warned. Hank Strange and Lola Strange will be in Las Vegas for SHOT Show.
So we'll take you Firearms, boy.
Yes, exactly. There you go. And then let me see. Let me pull this up here. Boom. Here we go. Let me see. Which way is the best? Boom. There we go.
Is
that his hat? Oh, that's not a hat.
It's just a shirt tucked.
Okay.
If you press in long, if you do the long press for the live view, I don't know if you have that. It's really funny because you can see he stands and then he smiles. Like you can see he's doing a smile. He's totally posing, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's ridiculous.
You're getting into two, man.
He's talking up a storm. Yeah, he just words falling out of his mouth. It's awesome. But if he does not get enough sleep in the day, he loses his mind.
Yeah, cranky baby.
Yes,
cranky baby. Too is a lot of the body is burning a lot of energy. As teeth are coming out, hair is growing.
You'll have to go potty on the toilet. Come on.
Yeah,
I'm so ready.
Yeah. But he's still in the good stages, man. He's still where you're like his superhero. Like 2 is better than 22.
For now, yep.
Yeah. I've got like 24 and 25-year-olds, and you'll see. You'll see how that goes.
I hope he likes me as he gets older. We'll see.
Shout out to Ham Radio is out there too. Ham Radio 2.0. Shout out to him.
I still need to get my license.
I asked my eldest to help me with figure out why I wasn't getting 2 of my internet things like Walt and then Sales at Safety Our Farm. So he comes over like I was bothering him. Comes over, he looks at it, and he's looking at it, and he goes, "I don't know. It's not my problem."
What?
And he walks off.
Okay.
Wow.
Wait, was this at work?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I would just wait until you have to cut that paycheck and go, not my problem.
Not my problem.
I don't know what happened to your paycheck this week.
Like that, So what it was I just needed the right password and the right this, that, and the other. And Peggy figured it out for me later, and we got them back going.
Oh, Peggy should get double paychecks.
I told her she's awesome.
Yeah.
But I don't need to hear that shit. Sorry.
I'm not going to lie, I was really mad.
No bills after getting out of school. Nothing. His school was completely paid for. He lived in apartments and this, that, and the other, and bum, 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 bum. He didn't have to buy shit.
And I bet you weren't hearing all that nonsense back then.
Well, he just needed more money. That's what he needed when he was over there. So
yeah.
Because he was buying, gun cases and
that's Walter. I hate to say it, but that's when it's like, okay, you're taking a half day, go home, and you're not taking more pay. You made me so mad. Get out.
We financed a trip to Europe. He went with his girlfriend at the time to Europe with her, and they traveled all over the place.
Oh wow!
Which is fine.
What?
I
don't get these kind of benefits from you. I want to go to Europe. Patrick wants to go to Europe.
That,
I know. I get it, Walt. I get it.
If we were visiting and I did something like that, my parents would be like, "Go home, don't come back. We'll see you in a month."
Yeah. No, but
anyways,
that's a son thing, man. When they get to that age, my mother said you're starting to smell yourself. Obviously, you think you're hot shit now.
Yeah,
your nuts are dropped.
Yeah.
I guess so.
That's what happens to the young men when they get to that point where they start.
Yeah.
They think they're badasses because their nuts have dropped. That's what it
Mm-hmm.
is. So like a dog, same as a dog.
Yeah. 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 That's when you get tempted to fix them, but for the sake of humanity, you don't.
God, I hope
Anyways,
mine is okay.
He drove to New Orleans in his truck, him and his dog.
Oh, cool. This year?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
He hadn't been in about 3 years, I think. So
Drive.
people some people didn't recognize him. They're like,
"Who is this? Who? What did they? Were they thinking good thoughts or? I haven't seen Will in a long time.
Well, yeah, because he's whatever. He's just Will. So I don't have any explanation for it. So
right.
But anyways,
how was the trip? We saw the beignets, and I was extremely jealous of them. They looked so good.
The trip went well. Flying on Christmas night.
Sweet.
Excellent.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, I figured it would have been.
The plane was less than half full.
Yeah.
Everybody had their own row if they wanted it, just about.
Oh, it was on time, all that stuff?
Oh, yeah, it left early, actually, because everybody was on the plane.
My sister-in-law got here Christmas Day at like 3 o'clock, and she was like, "That was the best flight I've ever had."
And coming home, we came home at New Year's Eve at like 8. The flight left, and it was half empty too. Again. So.
Wow. Yeah, I haven't seen my oldest kid. I feel right now he's flying back right now, but I think Lolo was saying his flight was delayed out of New York because this is not good times to try to fly back actually. And I'm pretty sure New York, like upstate, is frozen.
That storm blowing through is nuts.
Yeah.
And officially, like today is the first day back to work for everybody, like school and all that stuff. I think. So. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess depends on who you're working for and all that kind of stuff.
I don't think school's been open because it wouldn't make any sense to open on a Thursday or a Friday. So.
Washington Reagan shuts down. It's Maryland and Virginia and Washington schools are closed.
Yeah.
A couple people have died.
Yeah,
always, beware of carbon monoxide poisoning because there's always some idiot who suffocates.
Yeah. I think
this storm is nuts, though.
I think my nephew-in-law, this is his first snow. Can I show your nephew?
That's a thing.
Nephew-in-law?
I think it's just your nephew.
Lola's people. Those are Lola's people.
But he's just your nephew.
In-law.
By the way,
where is Lola? I don't know. I'm going to assume I can show it.
Technically, none of them are your...
They're in-laws.
Well, how would it not be?
I guess you can only be in-laws up until... Well, how does that go anyway?
Our nephews and nieces are always going to be like in-law because they're going to be somebody else's kids.
No, I have nephews and nieces that are directly blood related to me.
Hank's saying from marriage, it's his nephew.
Yeah. If they have the blood of my blood,
then it's not in-law.
Yeah.
Oh, so
not the blood of my blood. So in other words, would I save them in the apocalypse or not save them? That's the question.
How much you like them.
Let me flip this the other way. Would they save you?
It doesn't matter. Blood of my blood or no blood. Nobody's saving you.
Because you don't call them they're in-laws.
Yeah. No, but I actually saw this one. Go ahead. Yeah. Boom. Look at this. Here he goes.
Look at him.
He's a little cutie.
Yeah.
That's Lola's people right there.
Yeah.
In the snow.
Oh, loaded up.
Yeah. It's different technology nowadays for babies. Kind of crazy.
Well, how's that?
Yeah. I'm saying that they've got different stuff from what we had. We didn't have like inflatable little snow things, whatever that was. We didn't have that in my time. They just put you on a tube. Do you remember that? If it was snowing, maybe they put you on a tube or something like that and moved you right in the snow. What did they put you in, a sled? They put a cardboard box or a garbage can cover.
Hey,
back in the days.
Works. Come on.
Patrick, what were you saying before I rudely interrupted you?
Did y'all look at the weather tonight? It's going to be cold.
Where?
Oh, let me see.
It's here in Gainesville. It's going to get down to 32.
Oh, that's freezing.
Oh.
That's freezing. Yeah.
Let
me see. I don't think it's not going to be that cold here. So
let's see.
Oh, hold on.
It's going to get down. Hold on. Today is 2.
Wait. Where was
41,
it going to be?
Walt, you're getting it down to 41 tonight. And you guys
Did you say JFK had because
DC had the DC airport's closed. Washington, Virginia, all of that is like closed for the day tomorrow. No school. Yeah, that snowstorm that blew through is bad. Big bad.
So our son is at JFK right now, but hopefully he gets his butt out of there.
I don't think he's leaving.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. 6 o'clock in the morning here, 32 degrees.
Ham Radio 2.0. Hank!
Yes, shout out to Ham Radio. Yeah, how's he doing? Yeah, I saw him in the chat. Shout out to him. Cool dude, Jason. I don't know if you guys are getting your Ham Radio things this year.
Me?
Yeah, every year they have a thing in Orlando. If you study, you could go there. You can take the thing for free.
Yeah, it's not high on my list of things to do at the moment.
But Ham Radio 2.0, if you want to study, he's got the best videos. It's what Lola and I did. We literally looked at his videos and then took because you could take the test as like a little online thing that you could keep taking the test. And once you start passing that consistently, you could go take that test. You'll pass it.
You'll smoke it, huh?
Yeah, but his videos on that were awesome. He's got some really good videos. So you don't really have to buy... Yeah, I guess he would probably say you should buy the book, but I don't feel like you have to get the book if you have the videos. So... Okay, so what do you got now, Walt? What is this?
Well, this is an FAL lower or an L1A1 lower part, but some bonehead cut off the attachment point right there. I don't know why somebody did that. That was way before I acquired this part with some other stuff, but
that's annoying.
I guess it could be fixed. But yeah, this is British here. It's got the British broadsword thing on it, So yeah.
That's cool. What other... So I guess since we went over, like, Patrick got himself... Oh, then let's go to it. You're showing guns now. Let's go in there and show guns. I was going to say, what guns did you... You didn't get any guns for... Here, somehow I'll be able to switch this.
I got a book.
You didn't get guns for Christmas, Patrick?
Nah, I got a book for Christmas.
A gun book.
I got two
gun book.
I'll tell you, I got a cookbook.
Oh, cookbook. Okay.
Well, I'll tell you how I got it in a minute here. So yeah, this is my this is the FN FAL, or I would just say FAL, the Rhodesian one actually, that Patrick assembled the barrel and headspace it and everything, and then it was having some issues with light primer strikes. I ended up ordering a part set from DSA for the fire control, all this stuff, and now she runs like a top. She runs really well. So so I gave it the old Rhodesian baby poop paint job yesterday.
So how do you feel about it now?
I like it. It's
feeling good.
This is a Bitsa, and this did start as a Romanian part. Excuse me, not Romanian, a Rhodesian part set.
Okay.
Has a Century Arms receiver, and then when Patrick put it together, he had a choice of 3 barrels, and the one that was complete was actually a L1A1 barrel, which is a British barrel, and it doesn't care. It runs just fine. So, and this is an original Rhodesian mag, and you can see how the colors match.
It actually is really good.
It looks good. Yeah, okay, yeah. I was gonna say I need to look up just look up Rhodesian FAL, right, to see what they.
And you'll see that. What I have to do to this still is once the paint is still kind of drying, it's not completely dry. I got to take a Scotch-Brite pad and kind of relieve the paint a little bit, so it's not so shiny.
Yeah, it needs to be dull.
It'll kind of knock down the shininess, and then it'll be good to go. So
let me see. Hold on here. I'm gonna pull up the interwebs. Let's see, like this, I guess.
Okay, so that's DS Arms version of it.
Okay,
which is actually Cerakote. I think they Cerakote that.
That's Cerakoted. Okay, cool. Let's see what else is in here. I don't know why I'm seeing. Oh, hold on. Maybe
there
this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a real deal one, right?
Oh, this is a real one.
Well,
it's a repro. It looks like maybe.
I'm gonna actually put the rack number or the gun number on probably on the stock too when I get done with everything. But
okay,
because it does actually have the Rhodesian markings on it. Small arms. There you go.
Oh, really cool. Okay, cool. That's a cool book. Hold on, let me see. I might go. Let me go to. Hold on, I got to go to Patrick now. Let me see. So, where'd you get this from for yourself for Christmas?
Mom picked this up for me at Ollie's. And,
cool.
It's really neat. It's got full color art. Just about anything you can think of. They got a picture of it.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes even I think I've seen everything, and then boom. I watched Forgotten Weapons. I watched Forgotten Weapons today, and he had his thing was about a Chinese knockoff of a. It looks like an M1 carbine, but it's bolt action.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go watch that. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, watch it. It's really cool. And I was telling Joe, if somebody built that gun today that takes an M1 carbine magazine, you wouldn't be able to make enough of them.
No.
Mm-hmm. And he was like, really? You think so? And I said, yeah, people love that kind of stuff. What you got?
Check out dinner. Steak sandwich.
Ooh. Oh, hold on, Boom.
I got a steak sandwich here.
Nice. It's got some good fat on it.
I made smash burgers for dinner actually tonight. So.
I seriously thought about doing that. Top sirloin's on sale, so we picked up steaks instead.
Oh, that's cool.
So don't mind me. I'm gonna disappear real quick.
Right. Yeah. So you were saying something. You were telling Joe. By the way, shout out. I think I saw Joe. I didn't respond somewhere, but I think what is it? I saw something that Joe was saying he changed his podcast intro or something.
Yeah, he's got a new intro and stuff. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good myself. Actually.
Yeah.
But
he's getting professional.
He's working it. He's working it.
Yeah. You know, is Joe going to be a SHOT Show?
No, not good.
Oh, okay.
Somebody's got to work.
Oh, that's true.
Well, I worked at SHOT Show for 19 years, so
right. Yeah.
I can.
Someone's got to stay at the factory getting stuff done.
My minions will be there. Yeah.
So here's something I did want to show you guys. So I've been telling you guys about Silencer Central. Okay. Silencer Central. And let me see. Can I switch? Let me switch this. I'm going to put this full screen so we can look at Patrick eating here. I'll switch it to me. Hold on a second. Boom. Okay. So here we go. So let's see the Silencer Central. Where is the Silencer Central logo on this bad boy? Well, it's in there. Just trust me. So there's a little sticker. This is from the Banish line, and this is the Speed K.
So this is their suppressor line.
Yeah. Look at that.
Is it 3D print? It's not 3D printed, is it?
Yeah, it's 3D printed Inconel.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
So, and then it uses the universal suppressor standard. So, like, this is from them, and this goes in the back, and this is just for a direct thread. So you can get it down to direct thread for 5.56, and obviously, it goes in there. But any other company, see, it just screws in. But any other company that makes accessories that use that universal thread, you could put on here. So, like, I think I'll have to search through. I have a bag here. I have a bunch of different things that could go on the back of this from Liberty or Silencer Co. or help me out here, Patrick. Who else makes those things? Like Dead Air?
Dead Air. I think you have some from what's the snake company? Bushmaster?
No, they did. I don't think they did a universal one.
Yours aren't universal? That's a shame.
Here
I go throwing them under the bus.
Yeah, I don't think they did the universal thing.
YHM, the YHM can.
Yeah, YHM has it. Yankee a whole bunch of different places. Yeah, Yankee. Is it one? Yeah, YHM is Yankee Hill.
The Yankee Hill ones are really. Yeah. I actually really like those cans.
So I gotta see where the hell I have. I think I got some of those in here somewhere in this bag. If I find them.
I guess I'd have to hear it to see what kind of sound reduction there is in that such a little package.
Yeah, it's meant for machine gun. 5.56.
I know that, but you know,
I think
seeing is believing.
You and I mean, I've shot it before when I went. Where did I go? I think I went to them. I visited them, and I shot it. So, and then I believe I shot it at the at what do you call it? The Gun Collective. I believe I did. Oh damn it! None of my adapters are in this bag. Okay. Well, trust me, if you have the universal thing, you could put them in there. I'll look it up and see. There's a bunch of different universal suppressor thread stuff that you could put in there. All right, so we're going to take this break and be right back. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like High Point Firearms and Full Forge Gear, bags and gear for everyday life. Did you know High Point is an American family-owned and operated company located in Ohio with over 30 years of manufacturing experience? High Point is proud to be the home of the working man's gun and your source for affordable handguns and carbines with a lifetime warranty. So when you're in the market, please consider High Point. Oh, caught me again. Drinking, by the way. Shout out to... Yeah, we're all... I don't know, everyone's hungry. Well, not Walter. Walter...
I ate before. I didn't even know I was going to be on the podcast. And I was cooking smash burgers.
That's because you're off comms. I don't know why you weren't... You weren't responding to any communications today.
This is a new phone, right? I got a 16. I don't think I have text, like sound notifications turned on or anything.
Okay.
I got to look at it, because when I did look at it, it was like this one, that one, boom. I'm like, I got an email. I got barrels, 29-inch barrels coming in, 50 cal barrels.
Okay.
Which is like been a long time in the making, but they're finally starting to come. So yeah, it was just like, oh fuck.
Did you bring your address book over? Did you move all your stuff over through the cloud? Okay, all right. Because this is you we're talking about.
Speaking of the cloud, and we got Kamala, and she had to admit that she lost her ass. But have you seen the black, attractive young black woman who mimics her and does like a routine of her?
Is she black? I thought she was like Indian or Latino or something. Hold on. I think I know who you're talking about.
I'm not one to judge, but
I know they all look the same to you.
Yeah, dark skin's dark skin to me. Could be Italian. You never know.
Hold on. Let me see who this chick is. Well, okay. Hold on. Let me pull this up here for a second. Let's see what. Because I don't want to necessarily look at... Yeah, this chick doesn't look...
No, that's not her.
Is it this one right here? Hold on, let me pull up... Because this is like... This chick is super light-skinned. Let's pull up some...
No, it's the one on the... It's the one on
the right here?
The New York Post side, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it says exclusive at whatever her name is. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what she is, but
right
she
here.
does a pretty good job. Yeah.
Right. Let's see. There's Harris. There's this chick. I don't know. I'll look into it here.
Yeah, you have to.
We'll see.
You got to see it moving. You got to see it moving and talking.
Yeah. So what about her? Was she doing a funny thing?
She just does the whole cackling and giggling and smiling and hands and all that stuff, and it's just.
She was not cackling today when I saw her at Congress. She wasn't.
That was serious shit going on right there. So.
She was trying not to cry very hard. I came real close to feeling bad for her.
Did you
don't feel bad.
Did you see that shot of Pelosi? Pelosi was just about ready to jump out of her damn outfit. She was so happy one time. She was
during that thing? My live thing I was looking at never showed Pelosi. You were looking at the live?
It was from the what is the not I want to say CNN, not CNN, but the one that shows all the stuff.
MSNBC?
The government stuff.
C-SPAN.
I was watching. Yeah, C-SPAN. Yeah, it was a C-SPAN feed. And then they had Shuma walking around all giggly and happy and all that stuff. And they're all touching each other and laughing and having fun. And I'm like, this is bullshit. Just get through the vote and be done with it.
Yeah.
It's like these people act like they've never seen each other before. Come on.
So she calls herself Mamala. That's what this article says.
Mamala, yeah, Mamala.
Mamala, yeah, Mamala. And I think her name is Tiffany Murray.
Okay.
There you go, Tiffany Murray under Mamala. So, anyone who's interested, so you can get your... Yeah, I was looking at that thing. Kamala Harris was just trying real hard to do one of two things. Not cry, or not just try to steal the election right there and go, oh, this paperwork says I'm president, basically.
There's no stealing nothing. And you know what? In the past, do you know what the deal with the objection used to be?
What?
All it took was one senator and one congressman to object. And the things would get kind of weird. The Dems changed that, so it had to be like larger. And what happened? It bit him in the fucking ass.
It always does.
They gotta stop messing with shit. You know, it's called karma. It's called karma.
I hope Trump gets in there and pardons these January 6 people, because they've been railroaded into jail. There's no insurrection.
Hold on. So boom, yeah, I recorded some of this. See how she's holding her hands? She's like, keep it together. Don't lose your shit right now. It's not. This isn't. And then Mike Johnson
down there, he's just grinning his ass off. I've never seen that man smile so much. Whenever he's talking about Ukraine, he's like straight face, like.
Mike Johnson is. I guarantee you, I don't dislike him, but I'm telling you something. We're gonna find out one day. Mike Johnson has a lot of people hidden in the basement. We gonna find out. He's got the psycho killer look to him. No, not like the crazy psycho killer look. The guy who was such a nice guy. I didn't know he was keeping people in the basement.
Well, the one that our new vice president to be coming up, to me,
Vance?
looks like he always has. It looks like, look at his eyes. He looks like he's got mascara on all the time.
Kind of does.
The stuff when Kamala was like swearing in people into Congress, and he was in there, he was just beaming.
Did you see the old white guy that refused to shake her hand?
No. There was
some woman got sworn in, and I don't know who it was. I'll see if I can find it on Twitter. But she shakes the lady's hand, and then she goes to the old guy that's holding the Bible, goes to shake his hand, and he goes, "Thank you," and just like absolutely refused to shake her hand. It was awesome.
I smell. What was it? Who was it? One of these politicians. Remember, they went to the UN and they said they smell sulfur or something like that. Who was that? Does anyone remember? Was it like Gaddafi or someone who went up there?
Speaking of Gaddafi, you know where the Russians are moving their base to now?
Libya.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Syria, Libya. Huh. So somebody must be getting a good. Drug habit, prostitute habit there in that country. Yeah,
I take it back. Harris is just stupid. He's holding the Bible with his left hand for the woman to swear on, and he's got a cane in his right hand. And she goes to shake his hand, and he's like, bitch, I can't pick my hand up. I'm holding a cane.
Shout out to Primitive Hunter. He's in the chat. He says he can't stay long. Smash those arrows ups, dudes. Let's see the arrows ups going up for anyone hanging out.
Arrows. Fire that arrow off like you're shooting a deer with it. Boom. Let it go, man.
Yeah. So it was funny. It was funny looking at that thing, but I don't know. It was kind of like I said. She had that look like I might cry right now, you know, or they gave her a lot of drugs. You know, to just go out there and not lose it, you know? So, yeah. But,
you think about it. How many times have you seen that? Well, everybody.
Once before. No, I think it was only once before that happened, they said. Where the person who was vice president ran for office and then had to swear in someone else.
Oh, that's right. She was running for the presidency. Yeah.
Yeah, she was vice president running for the president. Then she didn't win. She had to swear in someone. I think they said it was Nixon. Could be wrong. But I think they said it was Nixon at some point that happened. Because... Okay. Yeah, maybe... I would have to look that up.
I believe Nixon was Eisenhower's vice president.
Okay, so maybe then...
And his
That's how
first
that went
attempt
down.
at it, he didn't get in. Yeah, second time around, he got it.
So he had to swear someone in, and Nixon probably sent a hit team after that. Yeah.
You know what? Everybody. The funny part is about Nixon. Everybody hates his guts, but the stuff he did compared to what Obama's done and what Biden's done is nothing.
Oh, Biden's out of his mind.
Nixon was like a Boy Scout compared to these guys now.
Did you see that Biden gave like a Medal of Freedom to Hillary and to George Soros?
Oh, yeah.
Medal of Freedom.
What the fuck, over? And a bunch of other ones too.
That thing obviously doesn't mean anything.
It means
no one remembers that Nixon stopped the Vietnam War either. They don't ever.
Yeah.
That
a lot of stuff happened. Jimmy Carter made it to 100 and then kicked the bucket.
Oh,
Jimmy Carter.
Okay, I saw a picture of Carter laying like he was in the morgue already and he was still alive.
Well, he was in hospice care, yeah.
And that's when they were saying that Kamala said that he voted for her.
Yeah, apparently he did.
Yeah, he did all right.
Yeah, apparently.
Sure. Yeah, he voted for her.
Yeah. Listen, Jimmy Carter was a very good after he was president, former president,
Carter
but not a good president.
He's one of the luckiest men in the world because somebody beat him out as the worst president ever.
Who beat him?
Biden.
Oh, well, okay. I thought there was someone else other than.
No, well, there's been other losers like the ones before the Depression started and all that stuff, and even Roosevelt was kind of a dickhead too. But Jimmy Carter, let me see, he's famous for 20% interest rates to buy a house, and Iran.
Yeah, as president, he doesn't have I don't know what kind of good stuff he. As a former president, he was doing Habitat for Humanity. He was going and helping countries vote and all that kind of stuff back in the days.
Yeah,
he was doing all that stuff.
Nobody cares too much about, really.
Yeah, so
bless his heart, like we say in the South.
He's out of here now. He's out of here. He's a former.
And the scary part about Jimmy Carter was he was an officer on a nuclear submarine that could launch missiles, and then he would never launch a single missile in his whole life if he had to. So
yeah, was a Georgia peanut farmer.
Yes,
or his family. Yeah, there you go. So.
And then he had. You remember? You don't know. You guys weren't around when Jimmy Carter was around. His drunken ass brother.
Oh, yeah, Jimmy Carter. What are you talking about? He was in the 70s. I was around.
You weren't here. You weren't here.
When Jimmy Carter, wasn't he president up until like 79 or something?
I'm talking about Jimmy Carter's brother.
Oh, his brother. Okay, what was up?
Billy
His brother
Carter,
was worse. His brother was worse than Bill Clinton's brother.
He was. Oh yeah. Billy. They made. You remember Billy Beer?
No, that I do not remember.
He had his own beer brand. Billy Beer.
I do remember that.
Was it like a peanut flavored beer or something like that?
Shitty cheap beer in a can with his name on it. Yeah.
Oh, yep. Interesting. It wasn't like a Coke 45 malt liquor.
No malt liquor. No malt liquor.
Oh my lord!
And he was the one that was always saying shit and getting in trouble and all that stuff. Kind of the redhead stepchild of the family.
The family of the there's always some. I mean, it wasn't just Hunter. It was Hunter. Clinton had a brother, which I can't remember his name right now.
Well,
because Clinton pardoned his brother. Remember?
Biden's other son died. He was a drug user too. The one I think that was in the military.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So. Yeah. I mean, you get what you get.
Yeah. There's always some weird stuff going on probably around these presidents, you know what I mean? The only president that we didn't really get to see the real weird stuff that they kept everything tightly locked down was Obama.
So far.
They kept everything locked down.
Where's Big Mike? We got Big Mike and we got...
One day we'll see. If they're brave enough, they might, admit to that. But,
nobody will come out.
What you know about... What you do know about Obama, he's a freaking crook. So he ran a crime mob too, or crime boss also. So
but he managed to keep it tight, man. Yeah. He was running all under. I'm wondering who Biden's going to pardon next, man. Biden has been doing some crazy shit.
Well, I hope Trump gets in and pardons all these January 6 people that got railroaded into.
Yeah. So what? Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No. Go ahead. We'll change subjects.
No. Yeah. I think a lot of people from the January 6th situation. There's some people we can't bring them back. There's some of those dudes.
Well, there's a guy that
went after,
shot dead, a woman shot dead. Yeah.
There's the woman, but also there's a few dudes who they've convicted and thrown ridiculous amounts of years at that have they're not on the planet with us anymore. They've taken, taken their lives, their own lives, and stuff like that over all the stuff going on. So, me personally, I would have stayed out of all of that, and I did, but I think that there's a lot about that situation that went down that we don't know about. So, and there's a lot of people unjustly being
FBI.
Persecuted. Yeah, and I think they came out recently and they admitted that it wasn't. They said technically there was no FBI there, but there was tons of FBI informants and all kinds of nonsense.
And you see that picture of all those guys with the same haircuts and the same shirts on. And they're all hanging out together. They're all.
Well, they weren't FBI. They were just maybe CIA.
Oh,
NSA.
That's okay.
No. But I'm just saying,
yeah.
It's just a technical. It's half truths that we get from these people.
Some dark op. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Some special group. We don't even know about what group it is, but it wasn't the FBI. Allegedly, could have been the post office dudes.
There's black groups with no blacks in it that you don't know about for sure. So.
I was talking to Sam Andrews today. Shout out to Sam Andrews. He was telling me that the post office has a plan. I don't have to look this up. So I don't know if this is true. He said the post office has a plan to collect taxes even after a nuclear holocaust or something like that.
Yes, there are contingency plans for tax collection.
How are you going to collect if we go post-apocalyptic?
All right, here you go. You come up to my place and you tell me I got to pay you. Guess what I'm going to be toting when you show up?
Mm-hmm. Mogadishu all up on you.
Rhodesia. You got about 5 seconds to go tax somebody else.
How are they going to do this? You're going to get eaten. Are robots going out there? Because after the nuclear apocalypse, there's going to be cannibals. How are you going to go collect taxes from cannibals?
You ain't. All these brave tax collectors will be sitting hiding underneath a table someplace. Mm-hmm.
So that is true. They do have a plan for that. That's interesting.
Yes, they do.
There's a plan for everything because why? Because somebody's making their living making those plans.
Mm.
The government contingency plans are also not to save you; it's to save the government. So
of course, yes.
I hope people realize that.
100%. Yeah.
Let me see. That dude rolls up and he looks like he's well fed and everything. He might have some money in his pocket. Maybe he's got a gun that I need.
I guess they're gonna roll up with some tanks. That's the plan, right? They're gonna somehow roll up with some tanks out there.
Yeah. And then when they gotta jump out of their tanks because it's on fire, then you shoot them.
Right.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This is why everyone has to get a SHTF 50.
It wouldn't hurt nothing.
Yeah. So there's a whole bunch of different other news things that have happened. I don't know which one we want to go into. I'll just put this one up there. Trudeau steps down.
Did you watch that today?
I did. It was really silly.
You see how he goes, working to do the middle class and do this and do that, and all I see is Castro up there when he's talking.
He looks just like him.
He does. The older he gets, the more he looks like it. Let him. Is his kid. After he retires now, and he runs the shadow government in the background, and grows a beard, you'll probably see it. It'll be more evident. But is that going to change anything for Canada? You think? Because Canada is still run by the Liberal Party, right?
There'll be some handpicked do-boy that'll follow up after him, probably.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. I don't know if we can really take that as a win. I don't know if we could take that as a win.
Did you hear the shit that Trump said after that?
What did he say?
He posted, I don't know if it was on X or he posted somewhere, that Canada should, come and be part of the U.S. and we do this and we do that and save this and they save that.
Trump wants every country now, man. He's taking over countries.
I'm just thinking, shut the F up, dude. You make yourself look like such an asshole when you do that stuff. I mean, it's just like...
No, but I think it's reverse. It's reverse psychology. Greenland.
Greenland, rather.
Oh yeah, he's got he's got Denmark all in a row because
because of Greenland. But it's ironic, Patrick, because Iceland is actually green and Greenland is actually all freaking ice.
Well, here, let me give you an example. Iceland used to be a part of Denmark also, and after World War II, guess what happened? It's not anymore. We tried to buy Greenland from Denmark after World War II, and they said no.
Mm-hmm.
No.
But what the hell is in Greenland that we want? What is over there?
You're in a strategic location. That's what you.
It's cold. It's cold AF.
And there's stuff in Greenland too.
Oh, okay.
But it's more
rare earth minerals or something like that.
It's that, and it's a kind of a strategic location.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, yeah. But I think that Trump is making people act crazy deliberately.
That's his way. That's his way.
But Canada belongs to England anyway, so we're not getting.
That's like coming out and saying that he's going to end the war in Ukraine in one day. That's bullshit. That guy ain't going to end the war in Ukraine one day. There's no way.
I could do it. I could do it.
No, you couldn't do it either.
I'll put Zelensky and Putin in the same room and strip him naked, and then let whatever happen. Throw some freaking P. Diddy baby oil in there.
Tell him figure it out. You got 24 hours to figure it out.
Whoever wins.
Anyways, Trump ain't gonna stop no war in Ukraine. Sorry, he's gonna have to step in line and do exactly what everybody else has been doing.
I think it's too far gone. There's too much money in it. They're already down the road. But it is possible. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of manufacturers like Safety Harbor Firearms. SHF is a quintessential family-owned small business, totally representative of the American dream. Safety Harbor Firearms is a Florida-based manufacturer of the compact entry stock and the SHTF-50 upper for an AR-15 lower. Also, SHF happily delivers on your Sten gun parts needs. So don't forget to check out stenparts.com and safetyharborfirearms.com. All right. Since we're predicting, I don't think it can happen in one day.
No.
I don't think it can happen in one day, but it can be done in, let's say, like 3 months.
Nope.
Yeah. Cut the checks off.
Not good. That's not going to stop it, my friend.
Well, it'll.
Someone
will have to pay something.
Those folks are not going to stop. If they got to fight them with a stick and a bottle of gas, they're not going to stop.
Yeah, I'm not. Listen, if
and the Russians are basically, without the help of the North Koreans, the Russians are out of tanks. They're out of BMPs.
I think the Ukrainians could win it, without a doubt.
If you give them the right stuff, they're already on the way to doing it.
No, I think they can. Yeah, at this point, they've got a lot of money. They've got a lot of money.
But the money doesn't. You got to have the booms and the bombs.
And I think they have the booms and the bombs. I think what they need to do to end it, in my opinion, is somehow, because the Ukrainians are changing the way wars will be fought going forward. They just need to take out Putin. But it's not impossible.
I'm sure if they get the opportunity, they will. But they're killing a lot of generals and these other people that are in charge of a lot of things, and they made them realize they're not even safe in Moscow. They killed that one guy with an explosive scooter.
Yes, so, nuts.
And he had no freaking clue.
They stacked a lot of North Korean bodies. That was just cruelty.
Hey, if I was Ukrainian, they'd be more valuable than the Russian dead one. So
I don't blame them. Why are North Koreans taking their asses over there?
You come into your hood, what are you going to do? You're going to shoot the guys that come into your hood.
Yeah, Ukrainians are changing the way that wars will be fought. The thing is can they drop Putin? And I think with the help of some of the people that are probably or used to be close to Putin, they if they get in, they could probably take him out.
Someone else might get this idea that I'd like to have that big mansion too. So maybe if we slip a little strychnine in his dinner tonight, like they did. Eventually, Stalin was poisoned eventually too. It's never been out in the poison, but he was poisoned also.
Yeah,
so.
But people have tried to take out Putin. It just not successfully yet. Mm-hmm. Remember the guy? Remember the person who crashed a car into his limo? Yeah. So remember back then when that person did that suicide car thing on him, they didn't have Ukrainian, we can make anything into a drone technology. You know, they didn't have ass missile, which I invented the ass missiles, but the Ukrainians finished the job.
You know, sometimes all it takes is just one guy to walk up and gets the opportunity.
Oh my God!
And it's over with that. So
you never know, man. Ukrainians might have an ass missile for Putin.
Well,
it's possible.
Given the opportunity, I guess they'll give him some kind of missile. I don't know if it'll be called an ass missile, but they'll give him a missile, all right.
What predictions do you guys want to make for 2025 and beyond? I put that in the title. We're talking a little bit about the Ukraine. Do you guys think that Ukraine-Russia is going on past 2025 into like 2030 really, will still be here?
No, because let's be real. Right now the Russians, they've used up all their tanks, pretty much. They've used up all their armored personnel carriers, pretty much. They're not in a good way. They can't, without help from some other country, they can't do it anymore.
And you think they'll decide to go nuclear or nuclear?
No, can't.
As
nuclear, they can't. That's a no-win situation either. So
someone will take out Putin if he really starts thinking seriously about that. Hopefully, someone in Russia. We'll see how that one goes. Okay, so how long do you think it is? You're saying not 5 years.
This is going to be a pivotal year coming up here.
So this year, in the year of the 2025.
Pivotal year. Pivotal.
Okay. Patrick, what about you? Any predictions?
It'll get done this year.
Okay, there you go.
2025, it'll get resolved. It will simmer for a very, very, very long time, though. I don't think it will ever. I'm just waiting for the Ukrainians to get greedy and sell me BMPs. That's what I want.
Patrick, I'd be willing to bet you a lot of deals have already been made for surplus.
I have a feeling.
That will be such a boom for the gun guys.
There's going to be whatever your wildest dreams, aside from maybe submarines, and there might be a couple submarines too in the end.
Oh my God!
Yeah. Yeah, anything you can think of, you'll be able to find over there. So.
I think so too. It's just a matter of bringing them back over here at a right price.
Every one of those blown up tanks has parts on it. So
has Ukrainian warfare made it into any video games yet? No, right?
Not really.
Okay.
There is, for example, right now I know of a set of the KB-52 helicopter night vision for sale. So if you got, they don't want. I think the guy wants like $2,500 or something. You can get what the Russian pilots have. They're already stateside. It's already here, ready to ship to your door.
Oh, really? Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He already has it here in the States, and they
multiples.
They pulled it off a corpse, I'm sure.
That's fine. There's no worries about
I thought that was cool, but yeah, I saw it last night, and I was like, man, if I got the $2,500, I would buy that.
What is it like to be haunted by Russian ghosts?
I think they make you drink a lot.
Oh, really? Oh, boy. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting year. It'll be an interesting year. I think that once Trump takes office, like I said, it's not going to happen immediately, but he's going to be seriously working on it. And we'll see, because it doesn't benefit the world at large to keep it going. You know? And there's probably going to be a bunch of other things to deal with. Now we got stomach viruses and mutated COVID kicking people's ass.
Stop it. That is,
there is. I heard Lola and my younger son talking about that. It's
always out there. It's nothing new. The stomach virus goes around every year. So does the flu, which all COVID is. It's a flu. They're going to try to pull something. COVID's going to
mutate forever, and every other thing is going to mutate. Yeah.
They'll be screaming about diseases. They'll be screaming about the homeless. That's one of the Democrats' main things when a Republican gets elected is the homeless. He's going to start building the border thing again, and they'll start screaming about kids in cages. Watch it, it's coming. Kids in cages, and you name it, they'll be screaming about it. They'll be trying to pull the same bullshit as before. And I'm hoping Trump is smart enough to just go out on TV and say, "What the fuck you guys doing? You're trying to pull this same game again." I don't
know if he will be.
I think Americans are hip to a lot of the bullshit, so I'm not saying that they won't try it. They'll try it. Americans will just go, "Who gives a shit?"
COVID has pushed a lot of people to be anti-vaxxers. Even the good vaccines, which do work, by the way, for kids like measles and stuff like that, they're not getting their kids vaccinated, and these kids are getting sick. And it's like, and they're spreading that shit.
Well, because people got over-vaxxed.
Well, hell, they did, because they fell into this trap like, it's going to save me. Oh my God, it's going to save me.
Yeah, but the idea that you can get a booster shot 10 times and it's going to help you is an insane idea on its own.
When they start doing flu shots every year, they don't know what the actual strain of flu is going to be. They just take a guess at it. I've heard them say that. We don't know what it's going to be. We just think it might be this. So here's your shot. Boom. It's like, well,
Yeah, people are gonna look at it a little bit closer, and then of course you'll have RFK Jr. out there.
I like some of the stuff the guy says. He's like, let's get all these medical drug ads off TV, and I'm like, yes, please. I don't need to see all these.
RFK Jr. wants every old dude to have cum gutters. Every old dude to be buff.
Listen.
Cum gutters. To be buff, Walt. Have you never seen the old buff dudes?
If you're over 55...
He wants every old dude to be an old buff dude. So that's when you don't have a six-pack. You got more than a six-pack. Yeah. You're gonna have to get buff in the RFK Jr. era. All old dudes.
He is fit. I'd say that. I'll give the guy that. I've seen pictures of him. He's fit. Nothing wrong with that.
I have a feeling he's on a little bit of steroids. A little bit.
Well, that's his
human growth stuff, probably.
Yeah.
It's his body, his choice.
That's right. There you go. I guess unless you're going to abort a child, it doesn't matter about you.
It's no different from any other actor in Hollywood who's all super buff all of a sudden.
Well, if you're making your living being buff, then you got to make your living being.
Did you see that guy who played Santa Claus? That's all super buff. No. I've got the name of the actor. There's an actor.
Let's get these stupid drug ads off TV. And I'd rather have an ad with like a Winston or a Marlboro man smoking a cigarette than trying to peddle drugs. Sorry, I'm just
Yeah,
they took the alcohol off because that was just terrible. Children shouldn't see that. But let's peddle all drugs for this and drugs for that, and it'll kill you with the side effects. It'll make you go crazy at night and wander the streets naked.
Or worse. Or worse,
yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm trying to... Let me see if I could pull this up. You got to see... You probably don't want to see this. But J.K. Simmons, buff J.K. Simmons.
Why did he get buff?
No idea.
God.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
He played Santa Claus recently, and he's all of a sudden super...
He was the guy from Spider-Man.
Yeah, but he's all of a sudden super buff now. He did Red One, which is like a terrible movie. But yeah, he's all super buff now. Yeah.
He's a roid ranger, probably.
Yeah, and everyone's on Ozempic. Ozempic, no good for you. Don't think.
Yeah, I do. I've seen a picture of this woman that I occasionally see on Instagram, and all of a sudden I didn't see her for a while, and she didn't post anything for a while, and then she posted again. And she's awfully thinner, and I'm thinking she's doing something.
Yeah,
they're doing that.
It's Ozempic.
And that shit'll kill you too eventually too.
That's the zombie apocalypse. That's the zombie apocalypse come upon us. It probably would happen in 2025. We'll see the zombie apocalypse.
Not a problem. We know they won't eat us.
When you see a bunch of skeletons walking around, listen, everyone's not supposed to look the same. So I'm not knocking it. Like get thin, do your thing. It's all good. Get fit.
That actor guy, he did the commercials for one of the insurance companies, didn't he? Oh,
yes. Farmers.
Yeah, he did Spider-Man. He did a bunch of stuff. Yeah, and he's a voice in a lot of things because he has a deep voice.
He's in Portal.
Yeah, he's in Invincible.
Yes.
So,
fine,
he did the cartoon, right? And the game and all the other stuff.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with being fit. Man. Nothing wrong with being being fit or thin.
How is Invincible? I've never watched.
It's too gory. It's just it's okay, but it's just too much like bloodlust.
Yeah, that's one reason why I've never watched it. Is it seemed to me to be that.
Yeah. So not enough sexiness, not enough hot chicks in the cartoons.
It's just murder and death.
Yeah, murder, death, kill, pretty much is what you get out of that. So yeah. What are you trying to show, Walt?
This was the original butt pad off that Rhodesian FAL.
Yeah.
And see how the rubber's broken off it, but also see the green.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. What about the grain?
It was used against somebody's head.
From the camouflage.
From
back in the day.
It had the camouflage in the day, so you reinserted the camouflage.
When I bought that parts kit, those Rhodesian kits were dirt fucking cheap because they were beat to fuck. They were no finish on those guns hardly, so they sold them cheap. And of course, like I said, back in the day, I was cheap anyways. So if I'm going to save $50 and buy the one I'm going to repark, what difference does it make, right?
Now it's collectible because it's
Rhodesian. Those same parts, I probably could sell this to somebody that wants to build some kind of authentic gun.
You absolutely could. You go, hey, look, this has the paint still on it. This is 100% Rhodesian.
I probably had the original handguard for that, and it was probably busted up, and I probably threw it away.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
I've done stupid shit like that. I know for a fact I've thrown away a couple of M16 fire control groups thinking, I'm never going to be an SOT. I don't need that fire control group. Straight in the trash.
And also,
you could have given. Did you know Walter at the time?
Didn't know y'all at the time.
Oh,
a lot of folks are scared into throwing that stuff away because they think if they get caught with it, they're going to go to jail.
Mm-hmm.
And unless you do something stupid, you're not going to get caught with it.
I had a space problem at one point where I was just like, I was living in a tiny apartment, and I'm like, I got too much gun crap that I don't need, I won't use. And I think I just chucked some.
You just know. You have a throw everything away problem. You have the reversed hoarder mentality.
I know. Well, I've changed. It depends. It depends on what it is.
You look around here. I definitely don't throw anything away.
Yeah, me and Walter are hoarders.
Yeah.
And then you have that thing like Lola's like that too. If something's been sitting around too long, out.
It's gone. Out it goes. Yep.
You know what? If you want to set that outboard motor by the side of the road, I'll be more than happy to pick it
up. I would be the outboard motor getter-ridder of her.
Yeah.
And you know what? And like I said, even if it didn't work, I either put it back out for the scrappers, or I had an idea where I was going to take a lower unit off one that didn't run on the top, and make a video and put a lawnmower motor on top.
Walt, if you at least make a video, it's good. You won.
I'm making a video about this thing when I did a short about it already. It's got like 600 views. So
you could have a whole channel just driving around picking up shit and like, let me see if I can get this working.
Well, that's what. Have you heard of Musty? You ever heard of Musty?
Musty,
but I know of
another Musty one or Musty. He got a YouTube channel and he just basically gets stuff that don't run. He fixes it up and.
Yeah. Is he the one that does? He has a motorcycle lift. Or is that a different guy? Okay,
yeah. He's got a lift. He's got
a lift in his garage that's like a smaller motorcycle lift that he brings.
That guy. He's a VW guy too. He likes Volkswagen.
I didn't know that. Yeah, no, he's interesting because he will drive around areas, pick up generators or car parts, whatever. Get the motors, and he does small engine repair mostly. He'll get the motor running and then flip it.
Or he'll get this motorcycle that's all kind of beat up, and he gets parts that he has in his shop and kind of makes them work and all this stuff. And
someone will buy it.
Does a lot of carburetor cleaning and repair.
Yeah, he's up in the Northeast someplace. I think he's up in Mass or something like that, or New Hampshire or something. But yeah, there are days in these neighborhoods where you can put anything out, or like the first time it warms up, like in the spring. People will throw away the lawnmowers that don't run and throw away the stuff and just go around and pick them up.
A lot of people, you don't want to do small engine repair. It's a lot of work. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it can be.
Yeah, nowadays, especially when you got a bunch of cheap motors out there. I mean, I think you've done well also doing the super cheap, like Chinese motors and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like, okay, the old boat motor, a lot of people don't know how to fix it, and it costs a lot of money to get it fixed. You pay somebody, it'd be worth more than that motor's worth, so they just throw it out.
Yeah. You never know, Walt. You might blow up off of that,
Being the guy that does the fixing is kind of nice sometimes, because stuff comes along, and you go, I'll take it off your hands for next to nothing. Because I know I can probably get it fixed. Maybe.
So
there's a scrapper guy that lives between me and the shop. He's a black man. And I think he does like cleanup stuff where he cleans out places. Him riding past his place, he's got a whole trailer full of junk in the back of his thing. And there's a generator sticking out the back of that trailer. I guarantee you that generator just needs the carburetor cleaned, and it probably works.
It always does. Those things are so simple.
Yeah, there's some people like that around here. Yeah. There's folks like that everywhere. Do you guys want to talk? I guess you guys are avoiding talking about the Cybertruck fireworks thing.
Oh, I forgot about it.
That poor truck. I feel sorry for that truck.
It's okay. Musk says he's going to rebuild it, which doesn't make any sense to me, but...
Oh, how's he going to rebuild? They're not going to give that truck to him.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that truck is coming out of the
That's the evidence in a federal case.
It's going to be in the FBI impound for a long time. But the cop said that the sturdiness. I know you're being sarcastic. Yeah. The sturdiness of the truck didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, it forced. Well, okay. First thing.
The weakest point was the garage, the tonneau. Yeah. The tonneau cover, yeah.
But the guy didn't build a proper bomb either. So
I don't think that guy wanted to hurt anyone.
He was supposed to go off there.
No, I think he meant.
But he did himself, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he meant to do it, but I think he didn't really. He did hurt people, but he didn't kill anyone else other than himself. I think he was just trying to make a big statement. So he took a Cybertruck to the Trump Hotel. So
one of the YouTubers I watch.
Mm-hmm.
They by the stuff the guy wrote in the thing, this and that, and Chinese submarines and drones and all that stuff. They said he's like a maniac. They say maniac. When you say maniac, there's actually can be a manic. I guess a manic depressive or manic whatever, even bipolar maybe.
Yeah.
Where you have visions of grandeur and and then people are chasing him and it's.
I mean, he was a special ops guy, so
that doesn't mean
No, but what I'm saying is that there's not, in a lot of cases, there's just not enough help, and some people you cannot help no matter what. But I think, I think it was like not. I don't want to say a cry for help because obviously he didn't intend to come back from that. But I don't think he really was trying to hurt anyone out there, and that's where that particular thing. The thing in New Orleans is crazy. Mm-hmm. We got 10 seconds. Go for it.
Coincidence that the car was rented? Was the car rented at the same place the other guy rented the truck?
No, on Turo, which is like a big app. That's not a big coincidence. We're going to take a break and come right back. Hold on. We'll come right back to this. The Who Moved My Freedom podcast is made possible by our partners at 2A Commerce. Veteran-owned and with over 20 years experience, 2A Commerce is the leader in custom e-commerce and web application development in the shooting sports industry. Clients include major brands such as Guard Dog Body Armor, Sylvan Arms, AccuFire Technologies, The Tactical Games, Warrior Knife Company, and yours truly, Hank Strange. Visit 2A Commerce and support this show by supporting them. Once again, visit the number 2acommerce.com. Yeah. So, Walt, Turo is basically an app all over the country. You can use it pretty much anywhere in the country, including here in Florida. Okay. And if people have cars that they don't use all the time, they can rent them on there. So when you travel, it's cheaper to a lot of people than like going to those car rental places. So when I went to California last year, remember we went to California and I rented a Cybertruck? That was on Turo. So it's common.
That was somebody's car.
Yeah, someone else's car. Like if you have an extra car you don't really want to use, then, like when Patrick gets his Mach-E and then he stops driving his Mustang.
Mach-E. Patrick, no.
It could happen. I predict this will happen in 2025.
No.
Patrick was so mad. What I'm talking about is like Mustang and in the auto world, the news came out that Ford sold more Mustang Mach-E's than they sold Mustangs.
I'm wondering when they say sold, if they have like what counts as sold? Are they actually to customers? Are they sitting on lots? Are they being leased? Yeah, well, like what is sold?
No, these are publicly traded companies, so they can't. They have to release these stats every year.
They say that, but I see more Mustangs than Mach-E's. Yeah, so where are they all at?
Where are they?
I think two things. First of all, there are a lot of Mustang Mach-E's out there, but I think two things happen. One, people bought the Mustang less, okay, and then at the same time, Ford was giving ridiculous deals on those Mach-E's. They were moving those things off the lot. So Ford is selling any electric car from most of these companies other than Tesla. They're selling it at a loss. So Ford, I think, is losing somewhere like $30,000 to $50,000 with every one of those things they sell. But they probably just took a bigger loss and took $10,000 off of it or whatever and got it moved. Versus Mustangs, they weren't necessarily doing that with those. So people wound up buying the Mach-E's. And probably in those numbers are some that went to rental companies, right? They're getting rented out or leased or what have you. But they just put a lot of good deals out there. That's how they're selling stuff. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
I mean, these companies have to sell this stuff.
Well,
so they got to take a loss. No, they got to sell it. They can't sit on them. And they made all these deals with the unions. They got to make money.
They're going to have to do something because they are not selling anything right now.
Yeah. Stuff is selling. If you look at the automotive reports, they said year over year, they sold, like all these companies say they sold more cars. But how are they selling it, I think, is the question. What kind of deals? They're making ridiculous deals. Someone's buying something out there.
Who's buying cars right now? I don't know anybody right now who's gone, yeah, I'm going to buy a new car in 2024 or now 2025.
I think if you have a good car, you don't need to buy a car. Don't buy one.
No.
Well, speaking of cars, my Suburban's in the shop having the rear end rebuilt right now.
What happened to the rear end?
Well, it's making noise.
Okay. That shouldn't be too expensive, though, right?
Well, compared to a new vehicle, no, it's cheap.
Yeah, I mean that's got a tough rear end. Yeah.
But still,
not too bad.
Labor's more than anything. So, but yeah, it was making more noise than normal, and Peggy noticed it, and we were driving around the other day, and we got back from New Orleans. He goes, "This is getting loud," and I go, "Yeah, it's getting loud." So I took it into the guys down the street, and they go, "Yeah, it needs it." So it's got 240,000 miles. So
yeah. It's done good.
Things wear out. It's mechanical. Yeah. Things wear out. Yeah.
I think if you fix it up, it could easily do another 100,000 miles.
Oh, probably, yeah. I mean, I'd love to get something new, but I ain't spending what they want for this crap now. So I'd rather wait until that's too bad with the economy, but let's take advantage of those car guys as much as I can.
You're waiting for some sales and stuff to come out there for things to really get affordable.
Yeah. When they're really desperate to sell stuff, maybe we'll talk.
I think that's coming. I think that might happen.
Yeah.
We'll see what the Trumpians do. When the Trump folks get in there.
I don't think there's going to be anything he's going to be able to do to stop it. To be honest with you. So, what'll happen is the Democrats have been kind of doing everything they can to make it sound like nothing's happening, and as soon as they're not in charge, the world's coming to an end. And
yeah, listen, I think a lot of companies, car companies out there, were maybe betting on getting bailed out. For example, Stellantis. There's no reason we would be bailing out Stellantis. They are not an American company anymore. That's an Italian French company. Yeah. So we have They own American companies, but there's no reason for us to bail their asses out. GM and Ford. Yeah, I guess they might try to bail those guys out. We'll see. But what's one of the things going to happen is like overseas in Europe is where they're going to run into the biggest trouble because we might reverse, the things that say, oh, they've got to start doing electric cars and all that. But in Europe, they're not reversing it, and they're going to start finding these guys for selling regular cars. And those fines are close to $20,000 on each car.
What'll reverse it in Europe's a good war. And that could be around the corner here, too, because they'll forget all about that crap when there's a war.
Yeah, but if we're paying for it, they're still partying. They're not worried too much about a war, I would say.
Yeah, it's they're worried. They're preparing. Those countries are preparing. So,
and if they have any sense, they would avoid that war. They would just take care of whoever they think are the bad guys.
Avoid that war by nipping the troublemaker in the bud. So to speak.
Ass missiles. Yeah, nip that troublemaker in the butt.
Could be as simple as some strychnine, but yeah.
Yeah, it all depends, man.
Some of that radioactive stuff they poison other people with.
Yeah, I guarantee you that we could be seeing a Putin double, not even seeing Putin.
Oh, I was watching an English channel, and they were clearly saying that he has multiple body doubles.
Oh,
That
100%.
wouldn't surprise me at
Yeah.
all. Yeah.
Yeah.
That go to events and don't get really close to people. There's kind of often, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe
Because
it.
I guess the AI programs can pick up on all that, the differences,
Yeah.
the facial differences, and the moves
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
But the European like I'll tell you, Germany right now Germany has problems. You're gonna see German politicians are gonna have to start stepping down and all that kind of stuff pretty soon. Because like Mercedes, Volkswagen, BMW, all those companies, the laws in Germany are insane when it comes to the auto manufacturers, and they have to pay people like 2 years to fire them. All kinds of crazy stuff that you have to do. So, and I think that's where the auto industry is going to suffer big time first. I think America's vulnerable, but I think you're going to see it happen in Europe first. And there's a lot of fear over there about what to do with that, because the companies can't keep going as it is and still meet the stupid 2030 thing that they set up.
Mm-hmm. Well, then guess what? Then they don't.
So, is it 2030 or over there is it earlier? Because I think some of that stuff kicks in 2025. So, yeah, that's where we're going to see it really start happening, because the rubber is going to meet the road over there soon. It's already happening. Volkswagen laid off 35,000 people. So, it's coming. But it's going to probably affect over there more than, or over there first, and before it starts coming through here, And then there's the steel thing, which is kind of crazy, that, they don't want Japan to buy the steel. You have you been looking at that steel thing that's going on? Like no. I think it's two American steel manufacturers are in real financial trouble, and they were trying to sell to Nippon Steel in Japan, and the Biden administration said they can't do it.
Well, see, that's the problem with a lot of this stuff is there's no such thing as free trade. Just let them sell their shit to whoever they want.
Well, they don't want Japan controlling all the steel.
Well,
so
what?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let me see if I could pull it up for you guys if you haven't seen it. Let's see. Here we go. Nippon Steel stands firm on a U.S. steel takeover and denies risks cited by Biden. But Biden shut the whole thing down. So Nippon Steel was standing firm on its proposed $15 billion acquisition of U.S. Steel after President Joe Biden blocked the top Japanese steelmaker move. And then I think that the U.S. Steel is suing and all that. But Trump also says he would block it, to block the sale.
Okay, so first things first, U.S. Steel will still be sitting where? Right here in the U.S. of A., right?
Yeah.
So
they don't want one company controlling all the steel, I think, is what's going on. They don't want a monopoly.
They can't pack it up and ship it off, the company. Yeah. They're not going to pack it up and ship it off. I mean, right. I get that. I get all that stuff. But then, then let the U.S. take all these tariffs and all this stuff. Don't work. They've tried. All it does is hurt people like me, people making stuff, because I got to pay twice as much what it's really worth to get steel.
Mm-hmm.
Just let if the best steel is German steel, I want to buy German steel. If the best steel is Japanese steel, I want to buy Japanese steel. I don't give two.
Yeah, but I think the problem with the tariffs is when we send stuff overseas, they tax the shit out of us. But when they send stuff here, we don't tax them as much.
Well, I mean,
probably.
But then, so what happens then is because the American companies just say, well, you know what, we're just going to raise our prices too.
We're
just going to raise our prices too to match the
well, don't you find it's weird? Like, let's say we get away from steel, because I think that's what they're worried about is that all of a sudden it gets tough to get steel or whatever here in America, or there's issues with it, or what have you.
Well,
right?
If you want to have that problem, then curtail the EPA, curtail the unions.
The unions, the unions are a big part of it.
And guess what'll happen? There'll be plenty of steel.
I would agree with you. But but think about the food and stuff we make here in America. You know, the things we grow in America, yet when we eat things, they're not coming from America.
Mm-hmm. Well,
you know,
I guess I don't know. I mean,
yeah, I mean, we're farming and stuff here in America, but when you look at your produce, is it coming from America or is it coming from like Chile or other places?
You guys eat all that leaf stuff. I don't eat all that crap, so I'm not eating that stuff.
Right.
I understand. Some guy peed on in Chile.
I mean, I understand you. I know you're just butter and meat.
Well, you know, it's like it got salmonella on your onions. What? Somebody pee on it or something? What happened?
Yeah.
Somebody.
But isn't it weird that we make a lot of stuff? I mean, there's a lot of things that the even meat that it's not coming from America, but we have meat here.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's because of all the silly laws and stuff.
Yeah.
That's what. And these trade agreements and NAFTA and all this bullshit. I need all that stuff.
So I think that's the reason for why they're talking about the tariffs, right? Because all these things are coming from outside of America into America without the same kind of taxes that when things go from America to other countries that they get hit by. So all these countries hit us with taxes and tariffs, but when stuff comes here, we don't hit them because we don't want those economies to go down so we don't have to save their asses.
Well, why do we have to save their asses?
Yes,
I don't think we should.
Once again, we don't need anybody's oil. We don't need anybody's wheat. We don't need anybody's meat or vegetables. So why?
Yeah.
You know, okay, so what? You can't get your fucking avocados when it's not avocado season? Who cares? We're as you always say, we're so pussed out. We're pussed out because we get all this stuff whenever we want it.
Yeah.
You know, back in the old days, they didn't.
Yeah.
I agree. Mm-hmm.
Nobody in the old days was eating avocados. They give two fucks about an avocado.
No, people in the old days used to wait until when it was in season. Like Lola,
you got them.
Lola was talking to me about watermelons, right? Like where Patrick and I live, there's a big watermelon part, like the watermelon part of Florida. But she's like, yeah, but when I go to the supermarket, there's no Florida watermelons up in there. That's only on the streets. You got to buy those from. Yeah.
Why would I be eating California oranges when there's oranges right here? Because they ship a lot of the Florida oranges off some fucking place else.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of that board I used, did you see this? There's this movie Peggy turned on about these. I forget the name of it. I have to ask her about this pack of dogs that go back for the owner that mistreated the one dog. God, what is that? And it's what the hell? Every other word in the thing is fuck. The dogs are saying that.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's a movie with dog with voices. Night. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm going, this ain't a kid's movie. That's for damn sure.
Walter, cow. Movies suck now.
They're talking about dogs fucking dogs and the dog's dicks and everything else, and it's like, what the hell am I listening to? It's like, oh, this dog he's got a big
suck
dick,
now.
You know, and it's like, and I'm like,
movies. You would think that's a kid movie, right? Because it's got a talking dog in it or whatever. Yeah. No. Movies. The American writers are for shit. That's what's happening. DEI hires.
Speaking about controlling something, a certain group of people. I'm not talking about Jews either. In these certain and genres of movies, like the comedy type ones. There's a few people that make all the movies for them pretty much, and their buddies are all involved.
They all work together. It's incestuous.
Will Smith, but Will what the fuck's his name?
Ferrell,
the elf guy. Yeah, Will Ferrell. He was one of the voices in this movie.
Yeah.
And it's like
he probably produced that movie.
It's all incestual.
It wasn't even funny after a while.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, enough of the bad words and all this.
But what movies that they're making now do you find to be funny? There's a lot of shit out there. There's a lot of shit. I was looking at that red one I told you about with the buff old dude. That thing was horrible, and it's got The Rock in it, but it's a horrible movie.
I think it's like
The Rock is playing like a Santa's helper or an elf or something like that.
Oh, that was crazy! That movie.
And it had the freaking guy from Captain America. Oh my god, it was horrible.
Blowing shit up and. All kinds of
it was a Santa movie, but it was very dark, not funny, didn't have any kind of spirit of Christmas in it.
Yeah, Yeah, I think Peggy was watching that. I was watching. A lot of times she'll be watching something. I'll be sitting with the headphones on, looking at the internet, but she's got the closed captioning on, so she can hear what half these people say.
I look at old shit now,
and I'm watching this stuff, going like the one with the last Marvel movie, the big one here that was out with the two characters,
the Avengers.
The one with guy with the claws, Wolverine.
Wolverine and Deadpool. Yeah.
And I'm watching that, and I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck is this movie about? All they're doing, those two are fighting each other in blood, and they can't die. They don't die. They just poke holes in each other and stick up people's asses and all this stuff, and they're fighting. And it's like, I'm thinking, what are we?
Yeah, watching? But do you know what that movie was about? Do you know why Hugh Jackman?
Yeah, because the other guy said he'd do the movie, and that's the only reason he did it.
Hugh Jackman. That's why Wolverine came back. Do you know why? He recently got divorced, so his wife took half his money. His wife took half his shit.
So it's like, but once again, you couldn't drop if you had somebody you drop it from that movie in front and don't know anything about those characters or don't know the history of those characters and stuff. They'd be like going like I did. What?
It's sad. Like I see myself as a filmmaker. I'm into this stuff, right? And what it takes. I'm not just into being entertained by the movies. I'm into what it takes to make a movie, to write it, and do all that stuff. And I see it, and I think, for example, the Red One movie with The Rock and whoever what's the guy? He's one of the Chris's. The guy that was
Evans.
Yeah, at Chris Evans, that was Captain America. $250 million.
Well, watch the credits. All the credits are all these people doing all the special effects stuff and everything, and the CGI and everything else. And it's like,
I could have had $25 million and made a better movie than that. Hold on, we're going to baby cam. Hold on, let's see here. I'm gonna.
Can you wait?
We're going to baby cam. Hold on, let's go to Babyface.
It's toddler cam. Now.
Oh yeah, that's right, toddler cam.
What? The bed? Are you talking to the dog? There's a dog behind me.
Where is Buckshot?
He's over my shoulder.
Chromie, pick up that guitar and do me some Van Halen.
He's standing there going.
Yeah, you don't want to see him get his first butt whooping messing with that guitar. Live on air. That kid likes to pick up stuff, by the way. Don't tell him to pick up something.
Everything.
Yeah. He likes to pick up stuff and give away stuff that doesn't belong to him.
Don't belong to him, he'll give it to you. Yep.
Yeah. He's lucky I don't use no-take spaxies. So, yeah. Listen, it's terrible. It's terrible to see. As a creative person, it's terrible to see them waste $250 million on a piece of shit movie.
Well, yeah, it's that whole Marvel thing is
5 seconds.
They say Marvel and people watch no matter what it is.
Folks, let me tell you about U.S. Law Shield. If you're serious about your Second Amendment rights, then you need to get serious about protecting yourself legally. Use promo code HANK for 2 free months on an annual membership, plus a locked-in rate of just $10.95 per month. Remember, the fight for freedom doesn't end at the range. Arm yourself with U.S. Law Shield. And remember to use promo code HANK.
To save some
let's see.
Boom.
Yeah, listen, let me...
Is there more to that?
No, it's AI.
It cuts you off. Remember to use Hank.
It's AI. I know, it's weird. You're not wrong. It's weird. It's because it's AI using my voice.
Yeah.
That learned my voice. When I should just like friggin' record the thing. But Lola has a tough time pinning me down to record that thing.
You should get
But it did not cost $250 million.
No. We can
I'll tell you that. Yeah, okay. Exactly. You know, if I'm gonna get crap, at least when I look at stuff now and I just go, oh my god, I can't believe these people burned this much money.
Yeah,
making
absolutely.
This thing.
For a lot of things.
Yes.
So so my question is, what's their return? I mean, are they making?
I think we're going through wars right now. There's like a streaming war going on, where all these companies are all like, everyone now has their own streaming. So Paramount and Disney and Fox and everybody has their own streaming
Peacock.
thing. Yeah, Peacock, everyone. Netflix is getting really ridiculously horrible.
We might not be keeping it because of how bad they've become.
Yeah, me too. I'm on the edge, man. I feel like Netflix has to go.
All this shit is woke as fuck. I don't need to see dudes kissing or fucking and doing all this stuff. I mean, it's just like,
no. This is the thing.
I don't want to see. Yeah, I don't want to see the opposite too. A lot of it. You know?
No. I'll go for a moratorium if they stop it and don't show any sex and just give me the story. I'll be fine. Don't show anything that's sexual. Just take it away. But a lot of the stuff now, it's like they feel they have to take a dirty, smelly dick and slap you in the face with it all the time. Yeah. And you have to sit there and deal with that shit. And I go, nope, out.
Goodbye. I'm out.
Yeah, I'm not looking at this. So, yeah, I think a lot of those things are going to go. And then the streaming wars have gotten to the point now where I can see multiple of those things having the same movies.
Same ideas, same.
No, they have the same exact movie. So on HBO Max, or Max, I think it is now, Max will have the Marvel movies. So will Disney. So will Amazon Prime. Well, then I don't need all this.
Yes. No, because they do that because they get 3 times the money from it too. I mean,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So there's this crazy war going on for content, and some of these places are just taking anything and they're just doing a lot of crazy shit. And I've noticed now, I'm looking at older movies, and even bad older movies are better than the crap that they're making right now. Well,
because they're not woke, first thing.
Yeah. So I think that's, we'll see. I think they're losing so much money they're gonna stop. Or they'll have to cut back on it. And I think people are getting sick and tired of it. I notice my sons don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it. So we'll see. Some of that we got to cut back on. And then I think smaller creators, people who are putting out more entertaining things, are going to do better without getting into all that type of bullshit. So, we'll see. And that's why YouTube is still out there, man. A lot of people are just not looking at those things. They're just going to YouTube for entertainment.
Yeah, I mean, you don't. I can watch Ukraine. I can watch a motor getting fixed. I can find out about my outboard I found on the side of the street.
I'm on board with that. Yep. That's what I do.
Yeah. Have you guys noticed? Like, I want to talk about SHOT Show and gun stuff before we get out of here. But what?
I've seen no content anywhere going, hey, check out the new thing. I'm not seeing a lot of new stuff.
Yeah, that's true. I haven't seen a lot of new things announced. But have you guys, because I've noticed all of a sudden YouTube is showing me gun content. Are you guys seeing that? Or is that just me?
No, I noticed that this morning or yesterday that every thumbnail that I've been shown lately has had a gun in it, which is really weird for YouTube.
Yeah, because I would like, if up until like Trump won, if I wanted to see gun thing, I had to go search for it specifically.
You had to find it.
Yes, and then I would not get suggested it. But now, since Trump won, I've been seeing it getting suggested. Even this podcast gets suggested when it goes to YouTube now.
Yep.
And I was like, whoa, that's weird, because they never suggested this podcast. Even though I'll go to YouTube, look for it, look at it, and then I'll be like, okay, now they'll suggest. No, they did it. But now I'm starting to see it.
I sat down and I noticed today, when I was looking through YouTube, that at least half to 3/4 of the thumbnails that I had guns in them, which is just really, really weird. Normally it's anything but. So it was very odd.
It's suggesting gun stuff to me. I wonder if this has to do with the election and maybe someone looking into their asses.
I don't know. I saw today that Garantham got a bunch of his stuff removed, so I doubt there's anything nice. Yeah, he got a ton of his videos taken down.
That's interesting.
I'm not sure what's going to happen.
I think they are worried, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happened. And then, yes, I've noticed I have not, what Walter was saying, I haven't seen a lot of new stuff. I have seen some things from, like, PSA. I guess they put out, what did they put out? They put out the what Jackal did they put out? The 308 Jackal?
308 Jackal, yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. So I saw that, but that was since all of a sudden I'm seeing stuff come up. And PSA is kind of an outlier. Those guys are out there making shit, and they don't really stop doing what they're doing. But yeah, I haven't seen anything crazy out there. Have you guys seen anything anyone's excited about at SHOT Show?
I haven't. But honestly, I haven't been looking. But sometimes you just stumble across the stuff, and I haven't stumbled across anything. And,
yeah. Yeah, I'm wondering how SHOT Show is going to go. I mean, I'm looking forward to SHOT Show just for I haven't been there for a couple of years.
Yeah. I think there could be Trump's, our gun-friendly president, gun-friendly, yeah, right, is he's back. Did you miss me? That's one of those. Did you miss me?
So I heard the ATF guy put in his resignation.
Oh yeah, before he got fired. God.
Yeah.
I heard. Joe was telling me that Brandon Herrera has been talked to by people again.
No, really? I would like to see Brandon be that.
Not gonna happen. Can you imagine that?
I know. Patrick is in that mode. Patrick's like, I'm not even going to dream it.
They say it won't happen. It did happen. He wouldn't confirm it. It's not going to happen.
He mentioned the fact that the ATF director can have an amnesty anytime they want.
Oh, really?
Really? I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. There's a provision in the Gun Control Act to have an amnesty every so often.
Wait, so
why are they not doing amnesties?
Because they're not put in by pro-gun Republican president.
Interesting. I didn't know that was a thing.
Let me just say this: there's tens of thousands of things out there that could be registered. Tens of thousands. So if you do that, what happens to the value of your guy's $8,000 stand gun?
I don't give a fuck. I
don't either. I'd be the first one.
This Patrick could dream of. You shouldn't have told Patrick this because now he's dreaming.
Not gonna happen. I'm not. I'm dreaming because it's not going to happen.
A piece of
Sten tubes would be sold out of Walter's site.
A piece of tubing with a serial number on it is a Sten gun.
Everything is going to become a machine gun.
It doesn't have to be finished. It doesn't have to be anything. Tens of there'd be 500,000 registered machine guns, probably new ones, in a few very short period of time.
But correct me if I'm wrong. The guy that Trump was looking at, the serious contender out there, I didn't know anything about him when we were talking about him.
Was a PSA. He's done a lawyer that worked for PSA.
He's a lawyer for a bunch of companies or something. I still don't know much else about him though.
Yeah, so I doubt we're going to get any kind of amnesty unless we get Herrera in there. I can hold out hopes that Herrera gets in there.
Could you see the what in front of the Senate or the Congress for his when they do the talking and they give him the fifth degree and they start saying shit about him? It'd be so funny to watch. I'd watch every second.
I think he'd be good. Well, first of all, he took
every second of him.
But he took a run at Congress. He came close. He could have gotten that. He could have gotten that seat. If he runs again, he probably would win, in my opinion. Yeah.
I think he will. Yeah.
So I think he would do well. But I would take any of the top gun guys to take that seat. Mr. Guns and Gear, Military Arms Channel.
I don't think those guys are gonna.
I don't think they're gonna do. I don't know. Guns and Gear is qualified.
Anybody is qualified.
He would give us amnesty.
There's no qualification needed to run to be a public office figure. I know I'm going off on a tangent here, but I hate that bullshit where they're like, oh, they're so unqualified. Fuck you. Do you think the founding fathers were qualified? Fuck off.
No, but when we're talking about ATF guy, I would like it to be a real dyed-in-the-wool. Like in Fifth Element, if he was a real dyed-in-the-wool killer, he would have asked me about the red button. Guns and Gear is a red button kind of dude. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he would give us an amnesty. I think Herrera would give us an amnesty. I think Mac would give us an amnesty.
Yeah,
we can get an amnesty from him. I think a Iraq veteran would give us an amnesty.
Herrera brought it up when he was talking about that in one of his videos.
Mm-hmm.
There is provision in the Gun Control Act to have an amnesty every so, and it's at the discretion, I believe, of the director of the ATF.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, Brandon has the team to find all this type of shit. Yeah, I believe he's got a team of people. I think he's seriously campaigning, man. I really am like hoping that Brandon has the political power.
Also allowed for additional amnesty periods of up to 90 days each.
Yeah.
So he could just drop some 90-day bombs like California, a magazine amnesty.
There would be, it would be just, it'd be just fucking crazy.
I don't think the government's going to be able to handle the paperwork.
Not my problem.
I don't care.
But everything will become a machine gun.
Oh, it could be.
Yeah. The only choice they would have to go is, you know what? Fuck it. Everybody could just have machine guns. Whatever.
Hey, look! Florida has
Secretary of the Treasury is able to do it.
Really?
Secretary of the Treasury, after publication in the Federal Register of his intentions to do so, is authorized to establish such periods of amnesty not to exceed 90 days in the case of any single period, and immunity from liability during any such period, as the Secretary determines will contribute to the purposes of this title. Amnesties of the Omnibus Crime Control and Safer Streets Act of 1968. Yeah. So the Secretary of the Treasurer is the one who can do it.
Treasury, yeah.
Treasury,
so who do we know who that is under Trump? I don't know who that's going to be under Trump. Probably someone who doesn't know shit about guns or not for real.
Well, United States Secretary of the Treasury is right now Janet Yellen. You think that bitch is going to do anything?
No, she's not doing it. She's not doing it.
She's gone. They're all gone.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Biden has completely checked out. Those assistants or whoever over there, they're running everything right now. They're the ones giving out paroling
you should see the
people.
Pencil pushers that have been in here. Jesus Christ, these guys have no idea what a gun even looks like. You can go to the Wikipedia page for Secretary of the Treasury, and they are just pencil pushing, glasses up the nose. Oh my!
Yeah, I mean,
God.
these are high up. That's a high up position. Treasury Secretary. That's a big one. That's close to like SecDef and all that kind of stuff. Those are the people who, when the apocalypse is coming, they take them and put them in the special spaceships.
Notwithstanding the provision of
the bomb shelters
or any other provision of law, any person possessing a firearm is assigned in subsection blank, which is not registered to him in the National Firearms Registration Transfer should register each firearm so possessed with the Secretary of the Treasury of his delegate in such form or manner that the Secretary or... So wait, how does this work? When we send off ATF forms, that's not going to the Secretary of the Treasury.
Isn't it under... what's ATF under? Aren't they under Treasury?
I would think Defense or something.
Mm-mm.
No,
I thought they were under... I thought they were under...
Homeland Security is what I would think.
They're under Homeland... No.
Transfer of ATF to Department of Justice is not currently under the Treasury. ATF is now departed the Department of Justice as of 2002. So the Homeland Security Act of 2002 transferred them from the Department of Treasury.
Yeah, it was under Treasury before.
Part of Treasury.
Because they collect taxes?
Yeah, they collected taxes. Alcohol, tobacco, firearms taxes.
They were supposed to be a tax-collecting agency, not a criminal investigation.
They should have probably stayed under there. We should have not switched that one over.
Well, I know how you cure it.
Interesting.
Just get rid of it.
Yeah. But listen, a lot of stuff happened under that Homeland Security thing, man.
Well, that whole thing is...
So yeah, the IRS used to do all their job. The IRS did everything for them before 1972. And then they split off and made the ATF under the Treasury Department. But Janet Yellen and whoever takes the position technically still has the ability to kick off an amnesty whenever they feel like for 90 days at a time. Very interesting law. I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah, that amnesty will only be used if they decide they need to take out people doing this podcast. And they're like,
imagine the amnesty? Because amnesty is tax-free, right? You just...
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You have an amnesty, go ahead and report it. We'll put it on the books.
Fill out the papers.
Imagine You imagine the amount of Glock switches that get amnestized. Chicago will have so many Glock switches.
Dumb shit will be getting machine gunned.
Here's my thing. Like Florida has, you don't have to have a concealed weapons to carry a firearm anymore. Has all hell broken loose?
No.
And it never will. Never has.
It wouldn't happen with the machine guns either, because most of the people that do the illegal stuff would have no idea there's an amnesty.
Yes, correct.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people know there is an amnesty in Florida, but they don't really understand what it means. Like, they think they can go anywhere. Because people ask me, like, well, why should I keep my CCW? I'm like, because you want to go to other states.
Do you want to buy a gun and take it home?
God damn, wait 7 days? Yeah, come on.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different reasons, but people think, oh yeah, but everyone can just have a thing now. And I'm like, no, not certain people can't do it. So you're just going to get yourself in trouble.
Even if certain folks, again, even if certain folks with their Glock switches decided to use the amnesty, if they're not felons, if they have no other criminal record, they technically have the right to own any firearms. When they become criminals, then we got to go and say, hey, you can't fucking have that anymore. But you're not a criminal until you're a criminal.
Yeah, although if you're 18 to 21, you can't do shit.
Which is bullshit. That's unconstitutional.
Or younger than 21, yeah.
I have a feeling of it. It's not going to last for very much longer.
I'm with you on that, Walter.
Whatever happened to the thing? Go ahead.
It's 100% against the whole Bruin thing.
Yes.
Yeah, but
it's happening soon.
But look, whatever happened to a friend of ours challenged, right?
It's waiting on a judge.
Yeah, what happened? We're past the elections. What's going on?
I think it was an election issue. It's just them dragging their feet.
It's the rhinos. There's rhinos in Florida. Rhinos
I don't
are running
think it has anything to do with that. I think the judge is just dragging his feet.
Yeah. Probably.
At some point, he's got to shit or get off the pot.
He will have to, yes. Yeah.
He would think so.
Yeah, I thought that would have happened already.
I think I would have as well.
Yeah. Something is going on there that we don't know about. There's some political pressure being exerted in that direction right now.
Well, I could agree. Let me put something a little more in a personal thing for me, boys. Mm-hmm. If you get a chance, go over to Bear Creek Arsenal and look at their bolt action upper.
I heard about that.
God, I don't even want to get you started.
I've already brought it to the attention of a few people, and that might be either one or two things got to happen. Either I get released, or everybody has to do it. And
so they're not serializing it. Exactly what's going on here.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
And so have you spoken to a lawyer?
I've mentioned it to my friend at GOA. Because he had mentioned to me at Gold that that might be something they want to look at.
No, that's not that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But once again, there's that thing called equal application of the law.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's not a law technically, still it should be applied equally, right?
Really, what should happen is your case should somehow needs to be thrown out, because the ATF can't just decide what they want to decide, and we all know that it's just a matter of
that goes with the whole.
Yeah. So here's what he's talking about:
the Chevron thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But so there's a bolt action upper for an AR-15 that has the same similarity as a bolt action rifle, and
not serialized. Yeah, which none of them should. So I'm not hating on those guys. None of them should. Yeah.
No, I'm not. And
that's not lie. I just heard Marley.
That's not my point either to bust them or anything. It's just because if I have to,
he's laughing now too.
Mm-hmm.
I just heard Marley yell at the child in the tub, "Stop farting." So
how do you? Wait, hang on a second.
She's doubled over, red face, laughing right now.
He's discovered a man-made jacuzzi.
Farting. He absolutely has discovered. He will do it if you're changing his diaper. He only does it for his mom. He doesn't do it to me, which I think is hilarious. She'll be changing his diaper, and she says that he will squeeze real hard just to fart while his butt is in the air.
He's like, smell my brand, woman.
Yes, he does. But he won't do it to me. He won't do that to me at all.
Yeah. So just to go back for the interest of anyone out there, Walt, you're not mad at the Bear Creek guys.
That whole thing is not to bust anybody's balls.
But they are in the fight now. They created this. They should now be in the fight with you, right?
Well, there's been no fight has started yet, but it's just a point that if I have to do it, then they should have to do it, or I shouldn't have to do it.
You shouldn't have to do it.
I shouldn't have to do it. So
we need clarification on all of that, but I don't want those guys to get in trouble, not have to, not be able to sell their thing or anything like that. It's just that there's obviously been a miscarriage of justice over here vis-a-vis the ATF,
and not just me, but three other 50 cal upper makers too. So yeah, so yeah, got to apply. We brought that up, the whole applying equally thing back then in 2018, but it didn't go anywhere.
ATF may not have the wherewithal right now to go after them, which, listen, I don't want them to be gone after, but for your sake and for the other guys out there who do make it and have to do the stupid serializing thing, which to me is nonsense, it needs to get settled. Yeah.
It's not just you. It is nonsense.
Right.
I will take back what I was about to say because I don't want to say that on camera. I'll tell you guys afterwards.
Yeah, listen, that whole thing has to get settled, I think. In the interest of justice, freedom for all.
My note to this other person at GOA, the lawyer person, I said, isn't it if they don't have to, I shouldn't have to, or vice, if I do, they do, or whatever, and somebody else told me we'll take care of it after the SHOT Show. Someone we all know.
Okay, good. I hope they want to take that on because that would be wonderful.
Yeah,
that'd be.
It needs to be settled. It needs to be settled because they're standing in the way of progress and commerce. So
I would love to see that taken on, and I would love to see less yearly inspections for a certain somebody.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Because I still think part of it has to do with that. Just me.
Oh, 100%. 100%. But yes, let's stay out of it. Listen, it's. I think it'll be, hopefully for everyone out there, a good year. But you got to keep your
year.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, it's going to be an excellent year.
Yeah. Keep your guards on. Be aware of what's happening. And like I said, I think the next time you guys will see me is going to probably be... I'm going to be doing stuff on Stranger Palooza and the van thing. That's going to go on. But then after that, I'm going to SHOT Show. Me and Walter and Lola and Peggy will be out there along with everyone else who's out there. So if you're going, you can look me up once you're out there. Patrick isn't... This kid is 2 years old. He could go to SHOT Show.
No, he can't.
You should see.
Oh, he can't. Yeah, he can't go. No, he can't go on the floor. Sorry.
No.
I was gonna say you should see how much money we just spent on Christmas, birthday, and vacation. I'm not flying the SHOT Show.
Okay.
Not happening.
Damn, you got like 16 more years then before.
Now, business. Let me tell you, business is picking up very quickly. So
good.
Maybe next year.
Yes. And speaking of that, I'm going to let these guys tell you how you can support them until we come back. So I don't know what I'll be able to do while I'm out there at SHOT Show, but I will get some stuff up for you guys. So, Patrick, go for it.
Chrome, Vandium, Arms. There's a phone number and an email address right there. If you're looking to get a project done, send it my way. We are quickly backing up already. I'm at 4 to 6 weeks right now turnaround time. And it might get a little longer. I hope you can get in line and send something my way.
Get a shop.
It's coming soon. Don't worry.
Time to get a shop. Okay, Walter, how can the folks out there support you?
They can support us. Safety Art Firearms on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and a little bit of Player and a little bit of Rumble, too. Then there's Sten Parts. We can get all your Sten Parts stuff that you need for your Sten guns and PPSHs and all that kind of stuff. That's also on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And then there's Dirtfoot Racing and mini bike stuff. And I'm going to be working on Dirtfoot Racing this year. We got to make Dirtfoot Racing $1 million company. So
all right, awesome. It's about time.
More money.
Get some parts out.
Yeah, I gotta get off my ass and do that. So, anyways, all right, that's how you get a hold of me. So.
Okay, there you go. Awesome. Thanks so much for everyone hanging out with us. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you as soon as we come back. Like I said, you want to see content. And when I go out to SHOT Show, I'll throw some stuff up on Hank Strange, so you guys can look for that. I'll probably throw some shorts and things like that up there. I'll make it easy.
If they had decent Wi-Fi in the fucking building, we could go live. But it's so crappy.
Yeah, it's never good. There's too many people getting online to do all of that. But I'll get some stuff.
You got to pay big bucks to have decent Wi-Fi. So.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do any editing, so you might see some shenanigans in whatever I put up. But
100%.
Yeah, it's gonna be going up. We'll see you guys on the flip side after that. Hit me up on social media if you want to know what's going on. Big thanks to Walter of Safety Harbor Firearms, as well as Patrick Babyface P of Chrome Vandium Arms. We'll see you guys on the next one. We're out of here. Let me hit the buttons here on all of this. Okay. Where's the? I can't even see the button on this thing. Oh, here we go.
Anybody need a Rhodesian butt pad? $100. Do it quick.
A Rhodesian.